Hey, then let me help you to put on the ice pack after lunch. What do you think? Aren't these husband duties? Cook looked at her. He knew she would hesitate a little. When, but you have a meeting after lunch hours? Cook, oh yeah, I forgot. Cook noticed Van's expressions. She just sighed in relief. So, you really don't want to break the ice between us? He looked at her. No, not like that, but you really have a meeting to attend. I really don't understand your work, but I know I should not request you to postpone your meetings for these casual things, Van said, lowering her tone. Though she managed to say all these things, but after speaking the words out, she felt that she has let the chance to go away from her. She could feel that she actually wants him to help her with the ice pack. She started craving for his warmth. She tried to look expressionless, but seeing her eyes, her overall facial expressions, Jungkook easily guessed that she was disappointed at her own words. Jungkook chuckled at her childish behavior and the doorbell rang. I guess the food arrived. Jungkook was about to get up, but Van stopped him. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, Cook. Let me open the door. She jumped out of the bed and opened the door. After receiving the food, she closed the door. Leaning her back on the closed door, she closed her eyes, clenching her teeth to suppress the pain she felt due to her sudden movement. I was going to open the door, Van. He was trying to complain, but Van stopped him. Everyone knows this is my room, Jungkook while serving the food. But I ordered it from my phone. Did they got to know that we are in a relationship? Oh my god. When face planted herself. Stop thinking so much. That's it. He gently grabbed her wrist and made her seated. The couple was having their lunch silently. Van was avoiding Jungkook's gaze while his eyes were particularly fixed on Van's actions and little movements. Are you sure that you don't want my help? Jungkook asked, being straightforward. You have told me that you have a meeting, Van answered. Look at my eyes and answer my question, he repeated. Yes, I want you to help me. Are you satisfied? Now wait. She frowned her eyes and concentrated in her food again. Cook took his phone out of his pocket and called someone. Yebuseo, Cook. Yebuseo, actually attend the meeting on behalf of me. My wife is not well. I need to take care of her. The other person. Please take care of Mrs. John. I will take care of this matter. Don't worry. The call was disconnected and Jungkook concentrated on the food again. Did you just inform that you're not gonna attend the meeting because your wife is sick? One almost pierced Jungkook's soul through her gaze. I didn't lie, Van, and it wasn't an excuse either. Finish your food. Be quick. He managed to answer while eating. When looked at him blankly, she was choked emotionally, trying to figure out how not to be embarrassed when trying to figure out if she could escape from this situation, yet she wanted this to be happen. After finishing his portion of food, Jungkook was eagerly waiting for Wan. Eventually, Wan also finished her portion of food and just wiped her mouth with the wet wipe when she felt a soft pull. I would never miss this flavored Mrs. John. He caged her body into his embrace and gently brushed his lips on her. Slowly, her lips to taste the flavor was something that Jungkook wanted to be habituated with, but for one, this time it provided her some kind of stability to her unstable emotional state. I can't cancel your night shift, but I could make myself available for you, he whispered in her ear. So get ready. You have no appointments, so feel no rush. Jungkook's words made her heart beat faster. He looked at his body, which was busy to take out the ice pack out from the freezer. Do you want me to switch off the lights? He asked while making her laying down on the bed. Will it be painful? I'm all. When I asked her stupidity out, let me switch off the lights first. Cook was about to reach the switch when he heard Van's voice. I want to see you. I want to see your face to overcome the pain. In the dark, I might feel torturous, and I have a few bad memories with these particular cubes in winter. Don't switch off the lights. Did something happen when you were in the orphanage? He dared to ask. No, she answered casually in the bright light filled room. Did something happen to you when you were living with your parents? Jungkook asked out of his curiosity while chanting in his mind, please say no, please be honest. No, they are the nicest person in this planet. Jungkook closed his eyes in satisfaction as he heard the simple no. Jungkook wanted to know exactly what happened to her, who treated her badly, what might be one of the reasons that she doesn't want to face the dark or she doesn't have the courage to face the dark, even in her 20s. But the irony was that he knew she would try to avoid him if he asked her about these incidents. He knew she was already in pain, and it would be too difficult for her to tackle both the mental and physical pain in one time. He paused for a moment and looked at the ice pack. When I'm gonna remove the scrub trouser, he informed her and waited for her approval. Wen nodded. Let me remove the top too. It would be totally uncomfortable when it creases around the waist. Without wasting a single moment, Wen grabbed the hem of the scrub top and pulled it upward, but got stuck at the neck portion. Help me, Cook. He looked at Van's childish, most stupid actions of trying to take off the scrub top while laying on the bed. At the same time, he felt relieved as her mind was diverted from memories with dark. Cook helped her to sit. She took off the scrub top herself and laid on the bed again. To cover her blushed face, she laid her scrub top on her face. Luckily, the length of the scrub top was enough to cover her chest area partially. Cook chuckled. Then let me switch off the lights if you are awkward. No, I want to see you when I won't be able to endure this chilled, she answered. Cook could feel she's gonna be break down silently right after leaving the room. Before pulling down the elastic band of her trouser, he looked at her body. The black t-shirt which was hugging tightly her body, her waistlines, her belly button, the basic black elastic band. I know I am a cutie. Don't drool over me. Wen caught him red-handed. So what? I was drooling over my own wife. I was amazed by the same body for enormous times. He thought in his mind, but he wanted to deny the fact desperately for some unknown reason. You gained some weight first, skinny semi-skeleton, John Wen. I have gained weight. Don't say that. Wen whined. I just tried to imagine how would you be looking with a big round football tummy. Though he tried to defend himself, but as he realized what he had said, he actually tried to imagine. He gently removed her trouser and put aside. His hand grabbed the ice pack and was about to place on her clothes when Wen spoke out, obviously in nervousness. Set the timer for 5 minutes first. Cook nodded and set the timer for 5 minutes. Close your eyes, wifey. He placed the ice pack on the proper place and, as expected, Van desperately tried to overlap her legs with each other. Cook looked at her actions and, as he touched her feet, it was freezing cold. Are you nervous or this is normal in winter for you? He asked. Both. She managed to reply. He touched her palms and those were freezing cold too. He laid beside her and took her into his embrace, gently separated her legs by using his own legs while kissing her neckline with his soft lips. The cold sensation might be helping to numb the pain, but it was too tough to endure. Her body was stiff. After 2 minutes, Cook removed the ice pack. Let's have a break for 30 seconds. He took his legs away that had separated her legs from each other, and the next moment she curled into a ball in his embrace. Her hot breathing fanned the crook of his neck. Relax, wifey. One more time. Spread your legs. He alerted her before separating her tangled legs with his masculine legs and placed the ice pack again. This time it wasn't that much painful. She was gradually habituating with the sensational, numbing feeling, but she could feel Cook's member slowly under his formal trousers. When looked at his eyes, I tried my best to control myself, but for how long? You can't turn me on. Only you can turn me on by only looking at my eyes. How long can I suppress my feelings when I'm laying beside you and you are in your classic black? Jungkook was stopped by Van. Baby, stop. Van's cheeks, tip of the nose, ears were all red. A small line of smile was curved on her lips. Jungkook could divert her attention from the ice pack, and she completed having the 5 minutes ice pack. He withdrew that from her body. Covering her with a warm blanket, he got up from the bed to bring some water for her. When, if you have minor cuts in your, I guess we have some topical ointment, he asked her casually while fetching the drinking water from water purifier. Oh, that's a relief. When? I'm sorry for asking you that, but what's your favorite dish in Met? He asked. I want to treat you a good meal. Van looked at him. It's not my birthday. Okay, your husband wants to treat you with the food you wanted to eat for a long time, but somehow it didn't happen. He helped her to sit on the bed to put on the scrub top. I don't know the name of the dish, but I wish I could have it again. She made herself busy to grease the scrub top with her fingers to stop herself from the sudden urge of breaking down.